Hola, hoy estudiamos el presente progresivo or the present progressive. Durante el video mira y completa la página 8 en el paquete. Y cuando ves este símbolo, hay algo en el paquete que necesitas escribir o hacer. Let's get started. Both Spanish and English use the present progressive, which consists of the present tense of the verb to be and the present participle, which is an ing word in English. So in English, this would be like saying, I am skating, you are reading, we are cooking. It's something that's happening right now. It's in progress. As you know, in Spanish, there are two ways to say to be, estar and ser. With the present progressive, you are always going to use estar. So do not say, yo soy nadando. It needs to be estoy, estás, está, estamos, or están. The conjugated verb estar is only the first part of the present progressive. The second part of the present progressive is figuring out the present participle. In English, the participle is formed by adding ing to the end of the verb. In Spanish, they form the participle by adding ando to the end of AR verbs and yendo for ER or IR verbs. Another name for the present participle is also the gerund, or el gerundio in Español. So now let's look at how to form this present participle or the gerund. It's similar to changing the ending to match the subject like you normally do when conjugating, but it's actually easier because you only have one of two endings to choose from. So if it's an AR verb like hablar, you're going to drop the ending to get the stem, add ando, and you're left with hablando. If it's an IR verb, drop the IR, get the stem, add yendo, and you get escribiendo. And if it's an ER verb like correr, drop the ER, get your stem, again add yendo, and you're left with corriendo. These are the present participles. So now we need to stick those two parts together. We've got the estar and we've got the present participle. So some examples. I am fishing would become yo estoy pescando. It has the estar and the ando verb. We are eating becomes estamos comiendo. There are some irregular present participles. For example, if you take off the infinitive ending and you're left with a stem that ends in a vowel, you actually need to change the I in yendo to a Y. The reason behind this is that Spanish does not like three vowels in a row. So it becomes trayendo, leyendo, oyendo. Aquí hay unos ejemplos. He is reading becomes él está leyendo. They are bringing the food is ellos están trayendo la comida. Atención otra vez. Three other verbs that are irregular in the present participle are ir, poder, and venir. Ir becomes yendo, poder becomes pudiendo, so change that O to U, and venir becomes viniendo, so change the E to an I. Several other verbs have irregular present participles that you will need to learn as well, but those you will get in high school. These are the ones that you need to focus on for now. The final type of irregular present participle is the stem changing verbs. However, you only need to worry about stem changers if the verb ends in an IR. So if the verb is a stem changer and ends in AR or ER, in the present participle, it's normal. It does not stem change. But if it ends in IR, you are still going to need to make that stem change. The stem changes are a little bit different with the present participle. In E to IE stem changers, in the present participle, it changes from E to I. So you get prefiriendo. If in the present tense it changes from O to UE, in the present participle it's going to change from O to U, so it becomes durmiendo. And finally, if it's an E to I stem changer, it stays and changes from E to I in the present participle. You get siguiendo. Okay, that's it. If you guys have any questions, please make sure you find me to get those questions answered. Muchas gracias y por favor completa el Google form que sigue. Adiós.